Hello my Kandor crafters, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be applying an applique using my Brother PE800 embroidery machine. I am using a magnetic hoop instead of a standard hoop. If you would like to see me hoop this project, I do have a separate video showing you how to hoop two different ways. Overall, I do like this hoop. It's very sturdy and it just made hooping that much easier. This shirt is for my niece who's turning 6 July 3rd, hence the red, white, and blue. I promised to make her a birthday outfit, so I just decided to record it and show you guys how I made it. In embroidery, you have 3 main stitches. First is the placement stitch. This lets you know where your design starts and ends. After your placement stitch, that's where you put down your vinyl or your fabric, whatever you're using to fill in your applique. And after that, you have your tack down stitch. So your tack down stitch is what holds in place your vinyl or your fabric. After your tack down stitch, that's when you cut around, like cut off the excess vinyl or fabric. Last but not least, you have your satin stitch. That's the final stitch. The stitch that you're going to see on your design, the tack down stitch and the placement stitch is all underneath the satin stitch, so you will not see them. It also doesn't matter what color they are because they're hidden behind the satin stitch. Me personally, I just use whatever thread color is next. When trimming your applique, you want to get as close as you can to the stitches. This is why I love these scissors, because they curve upward and it helps you get closer to the stitches without poking a hole through the fabric. As always, everything that I use in this video will be linked in the description box below. I will also put it in the comments as well. After the first part of my design is done, I take it off of the hoop. Then I rehoop it so I can add her name. I did use 2 different stabilizers. For the design part, I used tearaway stabilizer, but it was sticky stabilizer. And for her name part, I just used regular tearaway. I have the 8x8 sheets, so that's what I just used. I love the magnetic hoop because I don't have to worry about the first design getting messed up or being too thick to go into the hoop. It just made this process easier, in my opinion. Again, if you would like to see how I hoop this shirt, I have a video showing you 2 different ways. Well, the 2 different ways I used, which was the sticky stabilizer and the 8x8 pre-cut sheets using basting spray. After the shirt is all done being embroidered, I just tear away the excess stabilizer and I cut the jump stitches. Then I use a lighter to just burn the ends of the threads. Up next, I just put some Tender Touch on the back of the design so it doesn't irritate her skin. I use my heat press to press that in, and then I just flip over the shirt and heat press the heat transfer vinyl for a couple of seconds. Then I also take the lighter to the front to just make sure I get any excess threads. For the most part, I try to cut the jump stitches in between me doing the applique part, so that way I don't have too much to do at the end of the project. And here's the finished project. Of course, as a perfectionist, I definitely think it could be better, but I think I did pretty good for my very first time doing an applique. Always remember that homemade mistakes give your projects more character. So try not to beat yourself up too much over little mistakes, especially because 9 times out of 10, you're the only person that can see that mistake. But I love the way it turned out. I made a tutu to go with this as well. It's no sew, and I do have a tutorial for that. So if you're bored, you can go ahead and just watch that video after this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Until next time, my Kandor crafters.